Clearly, there are costs and there are impacts to the project that are associated with these solutions. First, let me address the cost. Pending the approval of the Dallas City Council on June 10th, the city will invest approximately $29 million to determine the items that need to be addressed and what's needed to fix those items. At least half of this amount will be applied or credited by the Corps to the city's match for additional required work in the floodway. Without our Corps partnership, the city would be responsible for the entire $29 million. The city money will come from previously approved flood control monies from the last two bond programs in 2003 and 2006. To be clear, this will not impact the current or next year's city budget. We will, however, have to deal with the increased maintenance and operations from this point forward. Second, let me be clear about the impacts of the project's timeline. Our goal is to complete all study work by spring of 2012, which will allow for construction activities to begin. Meeting this goal means that the construction for the Dallas floodway would be delayed by approximately 10 months, while the Trinity Parkway construction would be delayed about 20 months. This is an extremely aggressive schedule, and it will take all the agencies working closely together, and they are committed to do that, and hitting all the intermediate deadlines to meet this. I assure you, there is no one that wants to move forward more rapidly than I do with this project. However, the periodic report was a surprise to all of us, and the work that's required to address and fix the current levees and incorporate those levee changes into the overall plan will push out our ability to complete the other elements of the project. In any effort, with the scale and implications of this project, there will be unexpected issues to deal with. Some are positive, and some of those we need to find solutions as we're doing here. They have implications on factors like timing, but they do not impact the underlying rationale for proceeding forward. I would urge everyone to keep in mind the end goal and what this does for our city, the critical nature of flood control in this city, the value of the recreational components, the importance of the transportation components in light of the projected population growth, and the promise of economic development in total and for key past underserved areas in our community. This project will set the stage for this city for the next century. While none of us are happy about a delay, none of us are losing sight of where we are ultimately going. And again, we, all of us, believe, even in the face of the unexpected periodic report, that all the elements of this project are doable and are committed to working together to make exactly that happen. I also want you to know that we're continuing to work on key elements of this project. For instance, the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge is under construction, and TxDOT is continuing to move forward on that. All of this is happening and being addressed as the city encourages residences and business owners along the floodway to be prudent and purchase flood insurance now at reduced rates. The FEMA de-accreditation process began in April of 2009, and FEMA estimates that the time required to revise the levee flood plan map is somewhere between 18 and 24 months. So with that, let me reiterate the key points today. First, we indeed have a path forward and identified the work needed to be done to get us to the goal line. Second, all of the partners in this solution are working together to create a system-wide approach to make all the components of the Trinity River Corridor project work within the main goal of strengthening the levees to make them meet the new standards that we have to live by. Again, without the Trinity River Corridor project, this city would not have a federally authorized Corps of Engineers project that provides the mechanism for the city and the Corps to cost share in these important activities. Every public works project, big and small, and I will tell you this one is enormous, faces obstacles and challenges. The city and all of our partners have the talent and dedication of many people who continue to overcome obstacles and meet every single challenge. I am so thankful for the hard work of our city staff, City Manager Mary Soom, Assistant City Manager Ramon Miguez, and Assistant City Manager Jill Jordan. I'm also thankful to our partners in the Corps, starting with Kevin Craig and his team and all of our partners in this project. One of our greatest champions of the Trinity River Corridor project has been and continues to be Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison. She has been a great champion of this project because she understands how important it is, not only to the city of Dallas, but the entire region, the state, and even to this nation. Senator, we're so thankful of your support, and we appreciate your continued efforts. Can I turn to you for some comments? Sure. Senator, thank you very much.
Well, let me just say that I have been working with the city leadership really through the last 2 mayors' administrations, and now the third one being with Mayor Leverett. And I am so committed to having the Trinity project in its entirety eventually accomplished, because it is going to change the whole downtown area of Dallas, and all of the different components will add something to the quality of life. Now, obviously, when something this big is a coordinated effort, it's not just flood control, it's not just transportation, it is both of those plus recreation and beautification. When a project is so big, there are going to be hiccups and there are going to be delays. I think, though, today, and after my meetings in Washington with General Von Antwerp of the Corps of Engineers, and future meetings that Congresswoman Johnson and I are going to have with people in Washington to make sure that everything is done on the most expeditious basis possible. After all these meetings, the encouragement is that there is a way forward. Nothing is going to stop this project. We are going to have a few more delays in timing, but only to get everything exactly right. And I want to reiterate that other flood control systems all over our country are having these same results. We're ahead. We're ahead of most of the other venues in the country because they have not got a way forward. But I think the leadership of the city here, along with our congressional delegation, does have a way forward. And the Corps is cooperating fully. And we now know that there is a definitive study that will give us the definitive answers, and though we will have to wait a little longer than our people would like, nevertheless, we know there will be a successful end. We will have this project. It will be coordinated, and it will change the face of Dallas for the future. So I am committed to working in Washington with the mayor and his staff and the council who are represented here today, with my colleague, Bernice Johnson, with whom I've worked since we were in the legislature together. We will do everything going forward to augment the efforts of the city to make sure that the money is there to do what needs to be done from the Corps of Engineers standpoint, and we will make this happen. I just hope very much that everyone will see that this is a path forward and that the goal line will be reached, and that's, I think, why the mayor wanted to have everyone here today as we have these timelines, so that we can start having a way to judge the timelines and have benchmarks that will show the progress. Thank you very much, and Mayor, we're with you.
Thank you, Senator.